Hi everyone, it's Barnaby for Spurred On outside a very brisk Vicarage Road. This is my team news reaction video for the Watford versus Tottenham Hotspur game today. Very interesting team selection from Mauricio Pochettino, I think it's fair to say. This is the first time this season that he has really rested some players. Obviously, we did play only 2 days ago. That's a very quick turnaround. But I have to say, a couple of unexpected picks. Let me go through it for you. It's Hugo Lloris in goal, obviously. Now, at right back, Kieran Trippier comes in for what I believe is his first Premier League start instead of Kyle Walker. I could be wrong with that, but he certainly hasn't started a lot of games in the Premier League for us. He has come in the Europa League before and done okay, I'd say, but this will be his first big test, I'd say. He's come in for Kyle Walker, who is on the bench. Centre backs are Super Jan and Toby. They keep their Belgian bromance going along, which is a key thing. And Danny Rose comes in for Ben Davies on the left. Ben Davies has done well in the last 2 games, but Danny Rose comes in probably for fitness reasons as well. Obviously, in the formation we play, the 4-2-3-1, the fullbacks do have to do more work than anybody else. So maybe this is good thinking from Pochettino. 2 games in 2 days, so much work for fullbacks to get through. So maybe that's his thinking behind it. Okay, just in front of them, Moussa Dembele has passed his fitness test, which I think is great news for Spurs. Huge. He's the key to us at the moment, I think, playing fantastically well. He had picked up a knock at the end of the game the other day, but he is fit after a late fitness test. He plays alongside Eric Dyer just in front of the back 4. Obviously, Eric will have a huge game to play today with Troy Deeney kind of playing in behind Ighalo for Watford. He does a lot of their dirty work, wins a lot of the first balls in the air. I think Eric Dyer will come up directly against him today. In the 3 behind the front man, another rest, I think. Christian Eriksen has been rested. Tom Carroll comes in. Now, I think this is very interesting, not only because a lot of fans have been saying that Christian Eriksen hasn't been at his best recently. I don't personally agree with that. I don't think the fact that he hasn't been scoring means he hasn't been playing well. He links the play so well. But when Tom Carroll came on the other day, not just because of his goal, but I do wonder whether his technique is fitted best for one of those 3 behind the front men roles. He's obviously not quite big enough to play just in front of the back 4, so maybe his technique, which is great, and his passing ability could be best utilised in that role. So he comes in for Christian Eriksen. Presumably he'll start in off the left. Alongside him are Dele Alli, of course, and Eric Lamela, who had another great game the other day. Harry Kane, of course, starts up front. I'm just going to go through the subs bench today because I think that'll be a huge factor in who wins today's game, who is available off the bench, because obviously, like I mentioned, 2 games in 2 days, the 2 teams are going to be tired, so if we can make better changes than them, that might be the chance we've got to win it. Obviously, Vorm is on the bench in goal, then Walker and Davis are our 2 full-back options. Christian Eriksen does make the bench. Ryan Mason is back from his injury on the bench again. He was as well the other day against Norwich. And then Nasser Chadli raring to go after his injury. He's had a few come-ons off the bench in the last few games. I think he could be someone to come on, bring a bit of strength into the second half, and Heung-min Son as well with a bit of pace possibly. Now, what do I think about this game? I think it's going to be incredibly tight. I'll be honest, I watched Watford at home to Liverpool and they won 3-0 just a couple of weeks ago. They were outstanding here. It's a tiny little ground, very packed. All the fans get behind them. Watford love playing here. The pitch is not great. To be honest, I'm glad that it's a nice day. There's a bit of sun, and so rain won't have got on it, so it can't have been made worse. But it's not a good pitch, and Watford do play it very direct. So in terms of getting the ball down and playing, it won't be that easy for us. The key will be winning those first balls, those direct balls that come into Deeney, and he'll be nodding them onto Ighalo. We've got to win those first balls, and if we don't, then the second ones, Alderweireld's got to sweep up well, Jan Vertonghen's got to sweep up well. My opinion, if we manage to do that, if we keep them quiet, if we keep a clean sheet, dare I say it, I think we will win this game. I think we've got enough power going forward. I think there's goals in our game. I think we will win this game, and I have to say, if we do win this game, it will be a huge one. Obviously, we've won the last 2 since the Newcastle blip. We've shown that ability to bounce back. Can we keep it going into the Everton game next? If we can, potential for us to go 3rd. Man City not playing for a while. We'll have a better goal difference than them, so we'd go up to 3rd. And with Leicester playing later on against Man City, or tomorrow, whenever it is, one of those teams is going to drop points, whatever happens, or maybe both of them. So we can really look up if we can get those 3 points today. However, be very tight. Like I said, Watford, a good team, compact. Kike Flores has got them playing really well as a team. Gomez is playing well in goal. There are players on their team who are going to want to make the best of it today. Gomez will be one of them. Etienne Capoue, another. He's having a great season for them. He always looked like he had talent for Spurs, but he wasn't a regular pick. And with a lot of those players we've had in and out of the door over the last few years, him and, off the top of my head, Gylfi Sigurdsson sticks out as well. You know, if they don't get to play every game, then they lose form, and then it's hard for them to come off the bench. Capoue, a good player, and he will want it today. So we've got to keep those players quiet, keep Deeney and Ighalo quiet. If we do that, I think we will nab a goal somewhere along the way. We've got to make sure not to concede too many set pieces around the box because they will make us suffer from those. That's something that I think Lamela has been guilty of a little bit, although he's had a fantastic season, I have to say. He's got to be careful not to give those free kicks away from just being too excitable. If we keep it tight, I think we can do all right. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think of the team selection in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter @SpurredOnTV. Come on, you Spurs. Let's look upwards tonight. Third position.